going on in there? Coffee's ready. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Well, good morning, my friends. Your old pal Jordan the Lion. As you can tell by what you've already seen, we're going to the Hollywood Museum today to check out the 1966 Batman exhibit. Who else do you go with but the same person that you went to pay your respects to Batman himself when he passed away, Adam the Woo. So I have a question for you, and it's only one question in 37 parts.
Yes.
Do you get that reference? Back to school? No? Anyway, my question is, who is your favorite Batman villain from the 1966 series, and is it because of their character written for Batman or the actor's portrayal?
The actor's portrayal would be probably Burgess Meredith.
I feel like the same thing.
Because I love Rocky, and it's Mickey from Rocky. Till it hoits rock.
But then you also have Milton Berle.
That's true.
Vincent Price.
There's a lot of good ones.
I know you are, but what am I? Not in the Hollywood Museum, although it should be. I did grow up watching Batman, even though it wasn't around, I wasn't around for the original airing of it. The movie version with Michael Keaton came out in 1990 when I was still young, and they brought the series back onto television. So every day I would hang out at my grandparents' house over the summer while my mom worked, and we would go over to our neighbor's house, and she had some grandkids that were my age. We would go swimming during the day, and then we would watch Batman every day at 3 o'clock. So I'm so excited to see all the props and everything that were in there, and even the Batman movie. If you've ever seen that, or if you've never seen that, go see it. It's totally worth it. Now, unfortunately, 2 nights ago they did the grand opening, and they had the Batmobile here, the one that we were supposed to see at Pink's that day, but it rained, so we didn't get to see it. However, I did see online that I believe there's another Batmobile inside the exhibit. So let's go take a look. Well, before we start, this is a primer. Little history into George Barris creating the Batmobile. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. There it is. Holy Hollywood history, Batman. Let's go see this exhibit. First ever. Oh, there it is. Look at all the memorabilia. Old posters. That is great. I love this kind of stuff, don't you? I wasn't around for this original run of this stuff, but every once in a while you see it at flea markets. The episode they're showing right now of Batman is actually Milton Berle. Oh, nice. Check out the bat skates. There's a little Viewmaster right there in the center. That's pretty cool. Nice outfits. Did you see this? This is all a list of the Batman fight words. And here, we actually have costumes and props. Look at that. You can see the the Joker's surfboard back there. Look at that. I never noticed that before, but the actual mannequin for the Joker has like a fabric face and a fake mustache and everything. There's Vincent Price's egghead. Now what I love about this is if you look up there on top of the top hat, you can actually see some eyeballs popping out of it. How awesome is that? And there's Burgess Meredith's outfit when he was the Penguin. Frank Gorshin, that would be Eartha Kitt's. And there's Lee Merriweather's outfit. Total Dehydrator. Wicked. Oh, I love this. They did such a great job with this. Now, I totally forgot that the director Otto Preminger was the original Mr. Freeze. That's really cool. There you can see Yvonne Craig's actress chair over there. And then this note right here actually says that the Batman and Robin costumes worn by Adam West and Burt Ward did not age well over the past 50 years. So some of the stuff is faded or looks a little different, but it is the stuff. especially being under those studio lights. There's a little note here saying that this is the original Penguin's Nest sign that hung over the Penguin's restaurant in season 2. And then the total dehydrator, it says, is a replica. So at least they're pointing out what the replicas are. Oh, there's Batman and Robin. And there's Burt Ward, we just met him the other night. So cool. God, look at those costumes. Oh, there's the gold kitty. Oh, look, there's the original bat shield that Burt Ward was telling us about in the interview. Do you see that? It's kind of folded up like a bat cape. And look at the costumes. Now this, I think, is the original stuff. I don't think there are many replicas in here, because the bat radar scope back there, there's a sign on it that says original screen used for the bat cave and the bat computer. And then, of course, like I promised, one of the George Barris Batmobiles. Now, those back there look like replica costumes to me from being up close, but these look like the real deal. They're pretty faded. You can see the discoloration in the difference in the cloth in Batman's mask. And then you can see how the kind of sticker or the bat logo is kind of falling off. God, that's cool though. That is so cool to see the original stuff. And then Robin's. Yeah, Robin's is pretty faded, you can tell. I saw a pretty cool interview with Burt Ward, and he was actually saying when he auditioned to be Robin, he said he had never really read the comic books. He had grown up a Superman fan, but he said when I went in and auditioned, I didn't really know exactly what they wanted, and he said after the audition, when I got the part, they actually said, "Do you know why we picked you?" And I said, "No," and he said, "Because we thought that you personally are who Robin really would have been. Your personality in real life would have been Robin. So we don't want you to portray anyone, we just want you to be yourself as Robin." And you can actually find his screen test online. It's pretty cool. He's practicing hip throws and tossing a buddy of his around, showing that he can do the fight scenes. And here you can see what the Batmobile was based off of, what the original was, a 1955 Lincoln Futura. And yep, these are the original costumes. Now the Batmobile is not the original. It says on here that this is one of the replicas, which is kind of what I expected. It looks a little too clean to be an original. But if you look way back there in the back, and I'll switch lenses, you can see the Bat Cycle with the sidecar. Oh no, that's like a little go-kart in there. Now, do you see the little like go-kart that's inside the Bat Cycle? I love that. That is so cool. What an exhibit. We're not even halfway through the Batman stuff. There's Milton Berle. There's Otto Preminger. Now let's get a little tighter on this costume so you guys can see what I was talking about. You can see where it's kind of pulling up from the material. You can see the paint's kind of chipping off the belt. And then there you can see the actual stitching and threading and everything on the Robin R. Now if you look a little past the Batmobile, now you can see the motorcycle. And that's what it would have looked like. If you remember those episodes, they would be riding around, that would be the sidecar, and then all of a sudden sometimes Robin would just get ejected out of there and have to go fight crime on his own. And here in this picture you can actually see Robin putting the fuel in there. And so he would have done that right there. And there's a picture inside the Batmobile, and you can actually see the emergency sticker up there. They've even put that on this replica that's here. And the sign says emergency bat turn lever. Wow, look at all the photos and memorabilia. How unbelievably cool is it that you can walk through Hollywood and just walk into this exhibit? It's only 15 bucks to see this, and you get to see pretty much everything that's available to see from 1966 Batman. Oh, check this out. Do you remember when the Joker was wearing those in that episode? Oh, actually, they have a picture of it. Cesar Romero. Surfing experience. And that is the same dress worn right there. Oh, check this out. It's the propeller from the Batcopter. There you can see him getting in it. And then there's the Batcopter. And this is the very, very back propeller, and you can see where it's been signed by Adam West. Actually, that looks like George Barris's autograph. Yeah, George Barris, Adam West, Julie Newmar, Lee Merriweather. Wow, that is cool. Oh, check out this part of the case. The original Gotham screen used license plate. And then over here, the repellent spray. These are replicas. It says screen accurate, so I assume. And then there's the original Batgirl walkie-talkie. The Batman walkie-talkie there is, or the Bat Communicator is a replica. I'm guessing that button is also a replica. Oh no, the button actually says that it was used in, oh, that's the Bat belt buckle, used in one Batman episode where Batman quiets down the tiger that Catwoman gifted him. The original Bat Show telephone. Wow, and there he is using it. You can see it right there in the, that's a little hard to see, but there you can see it inside the Batmobile. And there's Adam West talking on it right there. And then here's the Batarang, and it says it was one of the most popular or most common props in the utility belt. And it folds in half. That's so cool. The original Robin utility belt. Some original Bat gloves, Batman gloves. If you look close, you can see the fingertips are all worn out and everything on the thumbs and the middle finger. And then as you go down, we have the first annual Batty. And look at Robin using the Bazooka. This is not the original. It says it's a screen-accurate replica. You ever had a Bazooka pointed at you? And here's some pictures of different people that were in Batman making guest appearances. You can see Zsa Zsa right there, Maurice Evans, and then down here's Otto Preminger. And then of course the most well-known villains. Oh no, we are not done. Now we have to go see inside Wayne Manor. The Bat Poles. Dick and Bruce's Bat Poles. Oh, look at that. The Shakespeare head that pulls up. This is a replica, unfortunately, but then right here, you can see Commissioner Gordon's telephone. And that is the original one. Then over here you can actually see Dick and Bruce standing next to their Batcave poles. That is so awesome. I can't believe they're doing this exhibit. I'm so happy they're doing this. that is it. I mean, that is the original stuff right there. Now check out their Dick and Bruce garb, wardrobe. You can see the Wayne emblem right there. It's an Air Force emblem. I'll zoom in with another lens and show it to you. And that is actually one of the pillars from Wayne Manor. And there you can see some staple gun staples still in it. You can only imagine what they had put on there. And then if you're not versed on your bat facts, they can help you out here. And then also, I didn't want to fail to mention the bookcase. Look at that. And if you're wondering what kind of shoes they wore, there you go. Holy ascots, Batman. Now let's check out that emblem. And let's check out the dial inside of Shakespeare's head. Notice how Commissioner Gordon's telephone only has one button. Oh geez, I forgot that Liberace was on the show. I definitely remember this. I love these episodes too, the Victor Bueno episodes. And when I was talking to Adam earlier about asking him what his favorite villain was after we turned the camera off, I actually said, you know, Shelley was on that show too. He's like, what, really? And he goes, oh yeah, and there she is, Ma Barker, or Ma Parker. And there we go, there's a picture of David Wayne playing the Mad Hatter, and those are the eyes I was showing you were peeking out of the costume over here. Adam and I were just looking at the costumes here, and we were just going like, are these, even though they say they're real, we just sometimes wonder because people always say they have the original stuff and you never know, but if you remember in my interview with Burt Ward, he mentioned that that the costumes would take a little bit of a toll during the fight scenes. And I looked at this and I said, Adam, I think this one's real because you can see where that has been restitched, and that looks like something that would have happened during a fight scene. Plus, just everything on the costume is pretty faded and pretty worn looking. So, like the belt. Those shoes are cracking me up though. Like Peter Pan shoes. It's not all that fascinating, but I was kind of amazed when I looked over here and saw that even back then they had the zipper in the inside of the boots for Batman. Now if you look back here, I was just reading the note, and that, because I was curious, I'm like, I wonder how much of that stuff back there on Batgirl's, Yvonne Craig, I wonder if that really is her director's chair, and if that is the walkie-talkie and everything. Because you know, they always have multiple walkie-talkies, and we just saw that one on the case, and it says that is one, and it also says that actually was her director's chair from the season that she was on Batman. Yep, it's exhibits like this that make it hard to leave Hollywood, and why it makes being a vlogger in Hollywood so much fun, because a couple of days ago I didn't even know this was going to happen. Then I meet Burt Ward, interview Burt Ward on the vlog, and 2 days later we're here visiting all of the original props from the original 1966 Batman. Way too cool. Oh, and then check out this side. This side's great too. They've got a lot of those collector rings. Funniest fan letters to Batman book. I bet he got some doozies. I bet a lot of times when they were checking the mail, Wayne Manor was rocking with laughter. Oh, that's cool. These little pieces of paper actually signed by the creators of the Batboat, and then this back here is signed by the creator of the Batcycle. And there's Adam West in all of his glory back in the day. And then check out this toy bat phone. awesome. Now I'm still just floored by all the costuming and everything, so I'm going to switch lenses and go a little tighter so you guys can see some more detail on this stuff, because I don't feel like this wide-angle lens really does it justice. Now let's explore some of these costumes. First off, look at the cat on her shoulder, and then look at her camera. She's got a leopard skin camera. And then there's the whip. There's the surfboard I was pointing out a little earlier. Now there's what I was talking about also. That kind of cloth covering with the fake mustache and everything. There's Vincent Price. Well, I mean, that would have been the egghead mannequin.
It's so far away.
All the way down to the spats. And there in Vincent Price's hand, you can see the little egg controller. And then right here on Eartha Kitt's outfit, you can also see she's got one of those Catwoman guns. Pretty cool. And there's Otto Preminger's outfit, all the way down to the eyebrows. Mr. Freeze. And then right over here, I'm glad they put this here. For everyone who watches benefit, this is the layout of what we just looked at, and there you can see who wore what. And Jan Kemp was the designer for all these costumes from 1966 to 1968. That bat cycle is just way too cool. Let's take one last look at Frank Gorshin's outfit. Look how worn in. That is definitely an original. You can tell. It's kind of stretched out around the neck. Nice shoes. Look at her necklace. That huge diamond in her hand. Even Elvis be proud of that. What an experience. A show I grew up watching, I get to see all this stuff. Adam, what did you think of this exhibit? You grew up watching Batman too.
In the 60s, were you?
No, but they started
watched the
re-showing.
reruns, like
Yeah.
I think it's still in syndication too to this day on some networks, MeTV and some other.
It should be, because it still has like a great comedic aspect to it. Like, I can still watch the movie and laugh all the way through it. They meant it to be funny.
Show, or did you like the movie with the shark repellent and when he's coming down the stairs on the Batcopter?
Yeah, I love both.
It's like the shark's hanging onto his leg.
Well, I mean, it looks pretty realistic if you're young.
If you had the shark in it.
That would be great.
The shark got away though.
No, I love the show and I love the movie both, but I find myself watching the movie more. I think there's just this campiness to it that they really captured the essence of Batman in a movie. Oh yeah, nice monocle. That is a pro move. That is definitely not an amateur move. Oh cool, check out this case. There's a signed script from Batman. see it's signed by all the greetings from Burgess Meredith right there in the dead center. Quack, quack. Here are some call sheets from Desilu. See at the very top it says Desilu Culver. Call sheets are basically like the schedule for the day. And then there's another script signed by one of the writers. There's the Batusi. What a great day at the museum. We are out of here. And a fun time was had by all. Alright, I just got home, walked in, and this was sitting at my front door. I did not order anything. So the first thing that popped into my mind was, do you remember when I worked that catering gig and I told you that I met that guy who was friends with the former GM of the Dodgers, Ned Coletti? I'm almost wondering if this is from him. I don't recall what his name was, but I'm wondering if this was that book. Let's open it up and see. See? Unopened. Aw, check that out. I bet that's what it is. The note says, Jordan, as promised. And hope you enjoy the read. That was pretty cool that they gift wrapped it for me. Yes, that's exactly what it is. That is exactly it. Check that out, by Ned Coletti. Let's see if it's signed like he promised. I won't be bummed if it's not, but that would be pretty cool if he did. Oh, he did! It's even personalized. Jordan, hope you enjoy the journey on the pages that follow. Let's get the Dodgers to a World Series parade soon. Ned Coletti. Well, good evening, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. I had a blast, and it just goes to show that every day there's always something new that can put a smile on your face if you look for it. So I hope you guys had fun, and I know I certainly did. I want to thank Gary Ebrecht for becoming my newest Patreon, and everyone else, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great night, have a great weekend, and goodbye.